Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So lately I've been in the mood to just go to a festival. I used to go to so many when I was younger or before yachting, but recently I haven't gone to or done anything like big, but I know that festival season is coming up now in September. I think I might be mistaken, but there's like Sunflower Festival and there is Sprung. So I thought I'd do a festival inspired look. Firstly, we're going to go ahead and prime the skin. So for primers today, I'm using two. I have the Sephora Makeup Amplified primer. There's barely anything in, so I'm just like scraping around the edges, and it's a pore blurring primer. And then I have the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Primer Oil, which I'm also going to add for a nice glow. So that's why I want to go ahead with the primers first, so that it can sink into the skin. So I'm just going to scrape some of this out. There's literally like nothing left. It is kind of a silicone based primer, which is usually not my preference, but in this case we want our makeup to last all day, all night. And then I'm going to go ahead with the primer oil, and I'm just going to use 2 drops, and that we're going to put around the perimeter of the face. For my brows, I just went ahead and used the Got2b Glue hair gel and my NYX Lift and Snatch. Next we're going to go ahead and prime the eyelids. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Super Base primer, but you can use your concealer. I really like the white base because it makes colors look so much more vibrant. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this and blend it out with this teeny tiny sponge that I got, and I'm going to blend it all the way up to the brow so it's like a nice blank canvas. For our palettes, I'm going to use both of these Beauty Bay Brights palettes. The one is a 16 pan and the other one is a 42 pan. I'm using both of this because this one has shimmers in it and this one is just matte. I do have like a little towel next to me that I wipe off every color, so I don't have a mirror in front of me. Like I do, but it's quite far away, so I'm going to be using this. So I'm sorry if I block my face, but I'm going to start off with this yellow shade over here, and it is called Hello Sunshine, and you can use any yellow that you have. And I'm just going to, it's going to look like a cut crease, but it is kind of a cut crease. So I'm just going to apply this to the inner third of my eye. I don't really like starting my videos off with the eyes because I know a lot of people get very bored with this, but I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible. So next I'm going to go in with the shade, this one over here, and it is called Tangerine, and I've already cleaned my brush off, and I'm going to place that in the center of the eye and blend it in with the yellow. Don't worry about being too precise here because we will clean it up after. And then we're gonna go in with the shade called, this one over here, and it's called Heat Wave, and it is like a much brighter, kind of darker orange, and that we're gonna blend on the end and take it into a slight wing. Then I'm gonna go in with this slightly red color. It's like an orangey red, and it's called Popping Poppy, and that's this one over here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and like kind of tap off my brush so it has less product on, and I'm going to deepen up this outer orange with that, just like blending it in. Then I'm going to take a slightly tapered pointy brush with no product on, and I'm just going to blend the top of what we just laid down just to soften it up slightly. I love doing this part. I'm going to take a cotton bud and some like eye makeup remover. You can use micellar water or even just water, and I'm just going to clean up underneath the line like that, just like that. So it's just like a thinner line. Then just taking my eye base again, I'm gonna put some on my hand, and then we're just gonna clean that shape up with a small little flat brush and this. Don't worry about the lines too much. Like I said, we will clean it up and we'll be adding some other stuff on. So next we're going to go in and fill in the lid. So I'm going to go in with this pink over here, this deep pink called, it's actually a brighter pink than it is deep, but it's called Make Them Wink. Tap off the excess, and we're going to start on the outer corner, and I am going to be a bit messy here just to get it as pigmented as possible. So I'm gonna pat this on like this, but we want to leave a line of flesh in between there so we can fill it in with some graphic liner. So again, like I said, it is messy, so I'm just cleaning my brush off again. I'm gonna go in with this slightly lighter pink called Tutu, and I'm just gonna lay that down right next to this darker pink and blend them together. Then taking a slightly flatter brush, I'm gonna go in with Sweet Tooth over here, and it's more of like a pastel pink, and just pick that up, and we're gonna fill the rest of the lid with that. Again, remember to just leave a line between the oranges and the pink. Then I have this quite densely packed flat brush, which I love using for shimmers. Oh my gosh, I'm such a klutz as well, so clumsy. I dropped this palette while I was practicing, so it looks like quite a bit of a mess. What is this called? Sweet Escape, and this is the pink shimmer in the palette, and we're going to pick that up. So just grabbing some setting spray, I'm going to wet that slightly, and we're going to apply that to the inner third of the eye on top of that really light pink and blend it into the middle shade. Grabbing a pencil brush, I'm going to dip into some black, and we're just going to deepen up this outer corner, but nothing too drastic, but just so that we have a little bit more definition there. Just grabbing again some eye makeup remover and wetting a cotton pad, we're going to shape out the edges and just clean that up. This is why we haven't gone in with the base makeup first. So just from the outside of the eye, I clean it off like that. So the next part is a little bit more detailed, so hopefully I can speed through this because I'm not going to be able to talk at all. So we're going to go in with some graphic liner. I'm not sure where you can get this in South Africa, but this is from Beauty Bay, but I will try and find something similar, pop it on the screen. Oh, my hair's sticking up. Pop it on the screen here, maybe from Take-A-Lot or whatever, like cake liners. And this is what we'll be using. I'm going to be using the orange and the pink on the eye, and then I'm going to be taking the purple and doing a bit of a winged liner with that. So I just use like a little cap and some water. Again, just grabbing your cotton pad, just go along the edges and sharpen that up like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera because as you can see it takes pretty long, and then we'll come back and move on to the face. We are going to add some gemstones and some paint to the face, but we'll need the foundation products down first so that everything will adhere. So I am transferring, let me just fix that up quickly. So I am actually just going to speed through the face because I'm pretty sure this part is not that interesting, but I'll let you know what products I use and then just skip to the next part. So the foundation I'm using is the, I still can't pronounce it, Seeker foundation by Collection. This one looks so great on my skin. Every time I wear it, people compliment me. So, and it lasts really long on my skin. Even when it does get a bit dewy, it just looks really natural and nice on my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and use this since the face has already been primed. For liquid bronzer, I'm using the She Glam Sun Sculpt liquid bronzer, but use any cream bronzer or liquid bronzer that you have. Also, you can skip the step and just go straight to concealer. I'm putting this a bit lower down because I just feel like it complements my face a bit more, along the nose and a couple dots on the forehead, and then obviously our jawline. Then for concealer, I'm using the Mod Elite one that I got in France a few weeks ago. This is just my favorite at the moment, and we're just going to conceal under the eyes, around the nose for me, and just down the nose just to help with that nose contour. Then I think this part is really important for a festival because highlighter, oh my gosh, is actually one of my favorites at the moment just because I love this liquid one, and you can use any liquid highlighter that you prefer, but this is the one from Modellite as well, and it is in O2 copper, and honestly it gives you the best glow. So I like to put this on now and after, because with the lights and the UV lights and all of that, honestly you want to shine to the high heavens, and that is what we're going for, a really, really glowy but colorful look. So I just squeeze that much out on my hand, and then I go ahead and I just dab my sponge in it just to get it evenly distributed, and then we go ahead and look at that. It's honestly gorgeous. I want to put it over my whole face. I like to put it on the end of the nose and a little bit on the forehead. I don't know why, but under the chin. And I just want to put it everywhere. But look at that glow. It's beautiful. And we'll put some on at the end as well. Well, actually, we'll use a different highlighter. But for now, just to give you that glow from within, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Look at that. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream blush, and this is the Fresh Face Cheek and Lip Tint by Barry M, and the shade is Aronia Berry. It is slightly too light for me, but it adds a really nice base just for your powder blush. So again, I'm just putting it on top of where I put the highlighter, but this I put quite a bit because it is too light for me, so you can barely see it. But again, same end of the sponge, and I just distribute it and then go ahead and put it on the cheeks. Next, we're going to go ahead and set all of this down because we want our makeup to last all day, all night. All day, all night. And for my under eyes, I'm using this powder puff. I had it in my French makeup video, but I forgot to use it, and it actually works really, really well. So I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and my shade is 220 Natural Beige, and I'm just going to go ahead and set under the eyes. Then I go ahead with a fluffy brush, same powder, tap into that and just tap that all over the face just to lightly set everything. Then we're going to take some setting spray and just melt all that together. As you can see, I just lightly set the face, and you can still see that glow straight through. So exactly what we wanted. Next, we're going to go ahead and use some bronzer. So for bronzer today, I'm using the Essence Contouring Duo palette, and I did in the shade 20 Darker Skin, and I did actually see this at Clicks and Discam, so it's available in South Africa, if I can open it. And we're gonna go in with this lighter shade over here, and we're just gonna bronze up the cheeks. For blush, I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown one in Sand Pink 1, and it's very pink, so I think it just looks really good with the eye look. So it kind of just ties everything together. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this on, and I'm going to blend it into the temples and just try and connect that eyeshadow with it as well. Lastly, for the face right now, we're just going to go ahead and use some highlighter. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Star highlighter, and I don't think it has a shade, but it's this one that I have in my project pan, but I've barely made a dent in it, but it is so gorgeous. So let's just add it to the top of the cheekbones, like I said, highlighted to the high heavens. Look at that, gorgeous. Again, we're going to go ahead and just set that all down. Then we're going to go on to the fun stuff. So the first thing I am going to do is grab some eyelash glue, and I have a bunch of gems here that I did get off Amazon. I will link an option for South Africa. I know a lot of people use like those already stenciled out gems, but I just think that's a bit boring in my opinion. Like, when you can do fun stuff like this and get ready for the party, like it just adds that excitement. So I know especially in trans culture, we like to wear like bindies, so I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to put some glue just in the middle of my forehead over there. I actually have a chicken pox mark there. It's a bit skew, but 3 dots down like that. Then I'm going to take the biggest gem that I have, and I'm just going to pop it at the top. My glue is so skew, but just like that, and then I'm going to take one slightly smaller. So my camera actually died, but I've put these 3 dots on already. So what I'm going to do, and I'll just speed through this, is just place some gems around like my eyebrows and some under the eye, and maybe one on the inner corner as well. So we'll just speed through that. I'm actually going to add some more of this just to make it look slightly more tribal. For liner, I'm going to go in with a brown liner because we kind of want a neutral lip with such crazy eyes. I wouldn't say crazy, but such dramatic eyes. And as always, you know that I like my 90s style lip, so I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of nude and fill the lips in with that. Just like that. And then you can add a gloss, but I don't want to. So like I was saying before my camera died once again, is you want a really understated lip so that it doesn't outshine your eyes. But this is the look. I think it's so much more creative than just sticking gems all over your face, and I think this is a showstopper. So I also went for a more full lash just to make the look more dramatic. But if you want it to be more fun, let me show you what I suggest. I would suggest wearing a really fun wig. Look how good this looks. Like, I have a secret obsession with wigs, like colorful wigs. I don't have expensive ones, they're all pretty cheap, but it just like elevates a look, and I would absolutely go to a festival looking like this. Honestly, look how good this looks. But anyway guys, that's it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try and shorten it as much as possible because I know most people do not like long form content anymore, but I hope you enjoyed this, like I said, and please remember to subscribe and push the like button down below if you do want to see more content like this. I do have a couple other looks that I can do. I have like a nice purple and blue look that I've done, so let me know down below. I do also have a bunch of these wigs, so let me know if you want to see me do more content with these wigs on. But other than that, that's it from me guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.